What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Armchair Scouts. Today, we are breaking down 5 more Eagles draft targets to know as we get ready for the 2025 college football season. I know Ryan's list. He knows my list. And we're going to just talk about some guys that everybody should know, especially these are very, very big names. Joining us, Ryan Reese at Philly Sports PSA. What's up, Ryan?
Not much, man. This college football season is creeping ever closer. And I cannot wait to get this thing started. I mean, I know there's technically no more week 0, but some of these first matchups are absolute bangers right out the gate. Yep. And I cannot wait to sit all day on a Saturday and watch them.
It's legit my favorite. This is legit. I'm not the biggest NFL fan, but when it comes to college football, man, I can just sit all day and enjoy it. So today we are talking 5 more targets, but we're also going to do a Eagles quick 3-round mock draft. No trades, just straight chalk. We'll see what happens. I haven't done a mock yet, so we'll see. This will be our first. So let's jump right into this thing, leading off with my number 1 Eagles draft target to know, and it is LT Overton, straight out of Alabama, monster, 6'5", 283-pound junior. This guy's awesome. He's a throwback. He was a big-time recruit in the 2022 class, top 15. Really did not live up to the hype during his first 2 years at Texas A&M, transferred to Alabama, and became dominant. Shocker. He had a pass rush win rate of 18%. That was a top 30 mark in the nation last year. He has a frame that blurs the line between edge rusher and defensive tackle at 283 pounds. But for a defense that favors positionless football, I think that's an extremely attractive piece of his profile. He's a throwback edge rusher who can fit into any defense. He can slide inside. He can play 3 technique. He did have 9 missed tackles last year and multiple sack opportunities wasted. So he needs to improve at finishing in 2025. And it might make sense for him to add a little more weight, become a 3-4 end or a 4-3 tackle. Yeah, man, he's got a lot of upside. A lot of people see him as an early day 2 guy, but I think he's got upside to be a day 1 selection. And why does he fit the Eagles? That versatility to play in multiple alignments, multiple fronts. That is kind of the Eagles' MO right now. Ryan, any thoughts on LT Overton?
Yeah, listen, anytime that you have an ability to add another, stacked dude from Bama, you go ahead and you do it. I liked what he did last year. I'm very excited to kind of see him step up into a leadership role this upcoming season, and really kind of run that defense. Again, you pose a great question: is where does he kind of project into the NFL? I feel like he could kind of go either way, and this season will certainly determine which way he's going to lean. But yeah, I think either way you get a defensive stud, onto your squad. I think that's a good thing.
All right. Who's your guy?
So first up, I am going to go with one of my favorite offensive positions to do, and that's tight end. And I'm going to do Jack Endries out of Texas. He's a 6'4", 240-pound sophomore, playing for the Texas Longhorns. Started out at Cal, transferred over to Texas. And yeah, he's just is a really good route runner. Understands kind of the pockets to kind of sit in zones, and he just has kind of an intelligence and an awareness that you really see from some of these top end tight ends in the NFL, which is absolutely fantastic. He's durable, he's reliable, he's versatile. You can kind of line up pretty much all over the field, instructed to, whether he's running routes, he's pass blocking, he's run blocking. He contributes pretty much on all 3 phases, which is absolutely something that you want out of a tight end. He's slowly growing into a complete package. Yes, he certainly could be a little bit better of a run blocker, But, I think that's certainly something that it seems that has been his kind of emphasis this offseason, is to work on the run blocking. But as far as a receiver, though, yeah, he's absolutely, just like I said, crisp route runner, exceptional hands, and great hand-eye coordination to come down with the ball. So, and you know me, I always feel like we need tight ends here in Philadelphia. So why not go after another one? Jack Endries from Texas.
All right. Could put up monster numbers with Arch Manning in 2025 for sure. Yeah. Next up, I want to talk about another fun one, a little bit of a tweener. We'll talk about it. Ruben Bain, a defensive lineman out of the University of Miami, 6'3", 275 junior. He had a calf injury last year, didn't really break out like we expected. His freshman year was ridiculous. This is a guy that can line up truly anywhere on the defensive line. He's got big time first round talent. He's a proven pass rusher. He's as a pass rusher, there's a lot to like. He wins most with speed to power. He's got great bursts off the line of scrimmage. His size shows up really well as well. And his profile is exciting because of that versatility, but it's also a risk being a tweener at the next level. There's a bit of a concern that he's too small for the inside and too slow for the outside. Doesn't really have the best bend off the edge. Sometimes struggles winning around the corner. But the good news is we'll get to see him, showcase his talent from the jump. They play Notre Dame week 1, so that'll be a great game to watch for Ruben Bain to kind of make his mark. But Ruben Bain, legit player. If he can stay healthy for an entire season, he's going to have ridiculous numbers. So there's Ruben Bain.
Yeah, he's a fun watch, honestly. He's making that Miami team, especially that defense, a really fun watch, and really could turn them. Oh man, don't do that to me. That's just uncool, J-Rock.
All right, who's your next one?
All right, so I'm going to stick on to the offensive side of the ball, and I'm actually going to go with a right guard, Jaden Roberts from Alabama. Again, I know that potentially we may not be needing of a guard, but, Steen certainly has a long way, to prove those people wrong. But, he's kind of, been a developmental prospect in Alabama, but last year he was, really started to kind of showcase his skills. He has great power, really driving his blocks down, and kind of, through into the ground. He just brings, that power. They say, what's the old saying? The phone booth, he's good in a phone booth. He's got great recovery. He's got kind of just this rare ability to match power for power with the interior defensive linemen. And just, he's really been a quarterback's best friend, keeping a clean pocket. And I think he has still a lot of room to grow, but I think the potential, the ceiling on this guy could be humongous. And if this ends up being, a high need come next year's draft, I think Roberts should certainly fill that role and come in and immediately start for the right guard position. That'd be.
Yeah, Jaden Roberts is a beast. Absolutely love him. He's going to be a good one. Like you said, plug and play, no doubt. Next up, I'm going to talk about denied Dennis Sutton. We're going to talk about some Penn State guys. Because Penn State has a great chance to win it this year. Dennis Sutton really held his own. He was kind of overshadowed by guys like Abdul Carter. But if you watch Penn State in the biggest stages, man, Dennis Sutton was right there. He had 42 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, an interception in 2024. His 75 pressures trailed only Clemson's TJ Parker. He's a former 5-star recruit, has all the traits you're looking for if you're a traits guy, and played his best ball during the college football playoff. 16 tackles and 4.5 sacks in the Nittany Lions' 3 playoff games. That also included a forced fumble and an interception against Notre Dame. As a prospect, he's extremely balanced. He probably could have gotten buzz as a first-round prospect had he declared for 2025. He's got excellent strength. He's solid in run defense, relentless in pursuit. He's not an elite athlete, so that might hurt him down the road and throughout the draft process. But as technically sound as it gets, plays with discipline, great traits, and he's currently got a round 2 projection. He needs to expand his pass rush repertoire, but I love this guy. He has Eagles written all over him.
Yeah, I was shocked that he didn't come out last year. I believe it's going to be a smart move, to kind of let him kind of have his own season, essentially, out of the shadow from Carter. Yeah, obviously always rooting for a Penn Stater. So
yeah, we're not done yet. We're not done. Got to. All right, who are you going with next?
I am going to again go back to tight end with Brett Norfleet out of Missouri, 6'7", 235, sophomore. This dude is an absolute just mammoth of a human being. And I mean, he kind of comes into this year with a lot of potential. The fact that he's that tall, he's just an absolute nightmare, matchup nightmare for anyone. Linebacker, D-backs, does not matter. He towers over pretty much everybody. But he's a reliable target with great hands, soft, reliable hands. And he's pretty quick for somebody of that size. But when it comes to some of the other parts of his game, the run blocking, pass blocking, and just overall being physical, he uses that that height certainly to his advantage. Just such a physical presence. And I think combined with the fact that he's such a natural blocker, and the fact that he can catch a pretty smooth ball, combine that with a pretty high IQ. I look for Norfleet to be the main target for Mizzou, kind of take over that offensive weapon role that was left by Burden from last year.
Yeah, good call with the Burden. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting name to watch. Good one. I am going to stick with Penn State and go with a guy that I thought maybe was underrated last year, but I thought he was really, really solid. Zane Durant, defensive tackle out of the Penn State Nittany Lions. This guy was just a presence in backfields last year. He led all FBS interior defenders with 14 tackles for loss or no gain. His 28 pressures ranked among the top 25 in the nation. Undersized, 6'1", 288 pounds, but he's got really good power and quickness off the line of scrimmage. Elite play strength, excellent at shedding blocks. Again, great power at the point of attack. First step is top notch. And his strength and power are the two words to describe this dude. You think back to like a guy that came out of Pitt, Kalijah Cansey, similar kind of build with his like kind of smallish frame. But I think this guy has all the tools and upside to generate himself as a first round talent. That frame might drop him into day 2, but on the tape, like this guy's extremely disruptive and could be another high riser.
Nice. Yeah, listen, Penn State defense certainly looks to, have a couple of guys.
Arm length. I'll get back to you on that one. I don't have it off the top of my head. Who's your next guy?
How dare you, Deibs? How dare you?
Arm length. Let's see what Google says.
You go, you find him and you measure.
34 inches. That's not bad.
There you go. Well, not bad. All right. I got one more offensive player, and I'm going to go with Emil Wagner, right tackle from the University of Notre Dame, 6'6", 290. Notre Dame has certainly produced themselves a bunch of really great offensive linemen over the last couple of years. And, I think Wagner is going to be that next one in line. Certainly came on last year, didn't really play much prior to last season, but really kind of came out of nowhere, and you saw the progression throughout the year. He's got great lateral quickness, Absolutely wonderful in pass protection, able to kind of, mirror, kind of more of the, um, you know, quick and fluid edge rushers. He's really great with his feet. Great movement. Always seems to have himself a great center of balance there. And that uses that center of balance to kind of use the leverage with great power. So I just think you see the progression from last year. And I fully kind of expect that to continue in 2025 season. Certainly, probably needs to put on, a little bit of a weight. I think he's, like I said, I think 290 probably could get up into the 300s, for by the time the NFL draft process happens. But I like Wagner to kind of, again, step into that role of that next great Notre Dame offensive lineman. And the progression that he showed last year throughout the year was something else.
Could be a fun little matchup to watch there. Week 1, Notre Dame versus Miami. Emil Wagner versus Ruben Bain. Maybe they get a few snaps against each other. Could be fun.
Yeah, there you go. It's very possible.
All right. Last but not least for me, we're talking yet another tight end. We talked Kenyon Sadiq, my tight end 1 last week. Today we're talking about Eli Stowers. Eli Stowers out of Vandy. The Eagles have broken a lot of trends when it comes to the draft in recent years. In 2024, they drafted a corner in round 1, Quinyon Mitchell, for the first time in 2002. Last year, they drafted a linebacker in round 1 for the first time since 1979. Eli Stowers could be their first round 1 tight end since 1988. Stowers was a breakout player in 2024, 49 passes, 638 yards, 5 touchdowns, had a huge game against number 1 Alabama in week 6 receptions for 113 yards. And then he had a really good Birmingham Bowl where he had 4 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. His ability to create yards after the catch is really solid, 6'3", 235. Played a lot out of the snap. Played a lot out of the slot. 72.2% of his snaps were from the slot. That's the highest rate of any tight end with at least 50 targets in 2024. As a separator, does really solid, and his acceleration is really good. The concern is his run blocking. He's just not a good blocker, both inline and in the slot. Vanderbilt, they're not exactly a team that's loaded with NFL talent. They were not afraid to take this guy off the field during rundowns. Stowers played approximately 60% of the offensive snaps last year. That's a concern. So when you're looking for a replacement for Dallas Goedert, you got to find a dude that's legit run blocker for sure. Day 2 grade so far for Mr. Eli Stowers, but definitely a name to watch if he can develop as a run blocker because he's already got the chops as a receiver.
There you go. Yeah, I liked Stowers last year.
Yeah.
And certainly like the potential and hope that, you can kind of continue to grow, into a good tight end for the NFL for sure.
All right. I think you have one more. Do you have one more?
I do. Yes. I'm going to go with edge Caleb Banks from Florida. Certainly came on late last year, but, he's just an absolute, massive human being. 6'6", 325 pounds, I think is the last measured that I saw. And had a monster game late last year against Ole Miss, where he got 2.5 sacks. I think again, I like when I see a player start early in the season and just continuously get better, and that seemed to be Banks last year. With that size, he's got just freakish, ability. I feel like he can kind of play all over the line as well. So that versatility, is certainly something that Howie loves. He's got shocking, quickness, to go along with speed and power. And just again, just seemed to kind of really come on strong late, and really just kind of took over a couple of games late there. So I look for him to kind of continue for that and really kind of run Florida's defense. They may not be expected to do a lot this year, but I think Banks certainly could be a benefactor of being the main guy there.
Yeah, this guy's legit. Caleb Banks, man, he could be a big time player. Big time player. All right, let's get into our Eagles 3-down mock draft. We're going to do PFF. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah. Go
ahead. You want me to go first? All right. All right. Are you cool with like throwing it all down the middle with like the advanced settings?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We'll keep it at fast. Doing the birds, just a 3-round no trade mock draft. First one of the year, Ryan. I have not done one of these in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Faux show.
I have no idea how this is going to go.
No idea how it's going to go. You're right.
All right. Eagles are picking 30th here. Sam Levitt is available. Wow.
At least it looks, according to this, it looks like we're going to the Super Bowl again.
Just gonna scan the top picks. TJ Parker, Cade Klubnik, Peter Woods. Wow.
Wait. Did they just have the Giants taking yet another edge?
Yes.
That's awesome.
By the way, back to back Clemson. That's pretty fascinating.
Oh, right. And that's clear. Never been.
Wow. And Avion Terrell, really, really good cornerback.
Oh, yeah.
Players in the top 13 for Clemson.
That's wild. I mean, their defense is so damn loaded.
Looking at some more. There's Keldrick Folk. We previewed him last week. Ruben Bain. We just talked about him. Drew Aller going to the Cardinals.
Wow.
Fun. That is fun. Where else? AJ Harris, really good corner out of Penn State.
Yeah.
So the Eagles are sitting here at pick number 30. Guys, if you're watching us live, comment what you think the Eagles should do. I'm going to scan who's available. Malik Muhammad, really solid cornerback out of Texas. Well-balanced prospect. Denai Dennis Sutton there, sitting there for the Birds. St. Durant, we just previewed him.
Yeah.
Nick Singleton, a lot of solid Penn State guys here on day two.
The
back end of round one, there's Stowers. Mateo Ui Agalele out of Oregon's my guy. Really big fan of his. But I'm going to just chalk it and give me Dennis Sutton out of Penn State. I got to go edge. I guess I'll just run through my mock. Is that cool?
Yeah, just run through it. And then we can switch.
All right, so we addressed the edge position with the first round. Oh, my God. This is fascinating. And then we're sitting here. Caleb Banks, PFF has Caleb Banks ranked, rated as a interior defensive lineman, which is really fascinating.
That's funny.
There's your guy, Jack Endries.
Yeah.
Mansour Delane, I am a big fan of him out of LSU.
Yeah.
I like that. There's Max Clare. We talked about him last week.
Yeah.
Fascinating. But Harold Perkins Jr.
Good old Harold Perkins.
Blake Miller's really solid.
I might just
Nico Iamaleava. But I'm going to go with my guy, and I'm going to go Mansour Delane. I thought he was a legit first-round talent last year. Returned to college. He's a really fun prospect. So the Eagles are back on the clock here. I'm going to go, let's go Max Clare. Yeah. Give me Max Clare, tight end out of Ohio State.
Good stuff. Talked about him last week.
Yep. Yeah, that was one of your guys. Yeah. We still have picks 94 and 99 remaining.
I know, that's wild.
All right, let me scan through.
Oh, Harold Perkins just went. Dang. A couple of pit linebackers. Love that.
My gosh, Kenyon Sadiq fell? What? Yeah. You know what? Screw it. I'm double dipping.
Screw it. I mean, we might need it because, you know, Goddard is
He's out on the way out.
he's a free agent, so
That's crazy. I can't believe I just did that.
did I just see Keon Saab there?
Yeah,
I
he
think
was.
yeah.
He was.
Yeah, shit. I'd do that. Love me some Keon Saab.
A
Desmond
lot of
Reed.
pit guys here.
Yeah, no, they're gonna dominate this third round, I'll tell you that.
All right, let's go Bud Clark, safety out of TCU,
All right.
and
Like
that
it.
does our draft. I double dipped in tight end.
Wow, what are you, me?
All right, we have a comment here, recency bias, but we need a corner. So we addressed the edge and cornerback position. Then we went double tight end with 68 and 94. Kenyon Sadiq is my personal tight end one in this draft. I was shocked he was sitting there, but it would be nice to have two tight ends that can legit make an impact on this roster because there's major question marks going forward, at least on my end. And then Bud Clark, safety out of TCU. There it is.
There you go. C plus, not bad for your first time, right?
All right, man, you're up.
All right. How do I do this? I just do the share screen thing, right?
Yep, hit share.
And
Same
I
as
guess.
before.
Oh, okay, same thing. Okay, good. All right. Let me do that.
Krabby says, unless something unseen happens, we need to be looking cornerback. Agreed.
Yeah.
This is cornerback should be really solid in the 2026 NFL draft. Really solid.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's see. Let's flub this up and just see who. Anthony Hill going 8.
Oh, that's
Arch
awesome.
Manning to the Jets.
No,
Caleb Downs going number 1.
I
Dude. Jeremiah Love to the Rams. There you go. Dennis Sutton going in the number 20. That's pretty good. All right, man. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, you're really testing me here. Yeah, listen.
Derek Moore is a really interesting name. He's a big-time athlete from Michigan.
Yeah. But I think if corner 2 is such a need, and again, if there's even a little bit of that being an issue for the Birds, yeah, man, AJ Harris would certainly come in and be a welcome addition. So I'm just gonna go ahead and
I like it.
grab AJ Harris from Penn State.
Can't go wrong.
I think that's a great start. Let's see what else I got left. Nobody likes Lenora Sellers, apparently. He's just sitting there on yours. There's my boy Emil Wagner. Talked about 2 of the guys you just talked about right there. Guy I talked about last week right there. Well, listen. I think I did hear that Lane Johnson did say something that if they end up winning another Super Bowl, he could be out. So I certainly would feel a lot better grabbing his replacement.
Oh wow! Okay.
Now, so I'll double down on my Wagner love and grab right tackle of the future.
Our Mason Thomas is nice, man. We have a lot of homework to do.
Yeah.
So overwhelming.
I know it always is.
By the way,
I gotta tell you, if you didn't go Max Clare, I was definitely gonna go him right now. But
by the way, Harper has 2 home runs tonight, and he's now coming to the plate with the bases loaded.
Oh, geez, what's the score now?
12-4.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Listen, we don't know exactly what this team is certainly going to look like next year, but there's a lot of uncertainty in the wide receiver position, especially after the top 2 guys, and I am a huge fan of Zachary Branch.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Zachariah Branch.
He's solid.
Just because I want to. Say.
Come on, Harper. Hit a grand slam here.
That would be sweet. Just checking out the tight end position.
How does Kenyon Sadiq fall that far? That's crazy. RJ Maryland's nice.
Yeah, RJ Maryland's real nice. What to do? So many positions I want. There's certainly oh, snap. Patrick
Patrick Payton.
Payton.
Yeah,
Ah, screw it.
he's really good.
Yeah, that's super low rating. I don't care. I love me some Patrick Payton. Uh,
He's
I
a
think
big name.
he would certainly work out well here.
You won't draft Nico Iamaleava,
You're right.
especially with Tanner McKee maybe getting traded next offseason.
You're right. I won't do it. Believe you me, I wanted to draft Harold Perkins.
Nah, I
But
don't know what he is.
yeah, but I also don't think we need a linebacker at all. So, well, I'm gonna go Keon Sabb because again, I talked about him, and I really do like him. And I think, again, Reed Blankenship is an upcoming free agent. You could have a pairing of two young safeties for years to come. And I like what Saab brings to the table. So.
All right.
All right. So I got myself a corner, a safety, an edge, a tackle, a right tackle, and a wide receiver.
All right.
They hated my picks, but I don't care.
AJ Harris was a really good pick. Patrick Payton, I can't believe he was that far down.
Yeah, that was a crazy low rating.
And then Zachariah Branch, elite athlete. Emil Wagner, don't know much about. I need to check him out. Keon Saab, solid prospect, just needs to put it together.
Sure.
So we'll throw this to the YouTube polls, the community tab for voting, and we'll see who wins our first Eagles mock draft, dueling mock draft. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It'll be nice.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up. Final thoughts on tonight. And literally, there's football this coming weekend.
Yeah, there absolutely is. Yeah, listen, you know me, I love doing this, just getting into this mindset of looking at the college players and kind of prepping for the NFL draft, so to speak, is fun, honestly. If you're not doing it, what the heck are you doing in your life? Get on board, join us, and we're getting familiar with these players, along the way as well, so join us, do that, and, get yourself crazy ready for the NFL draft because, man, that's Christmas.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Next week, we'll have actual college football to talk about. More Eagles draft targets and fun things like that. He is Ryan Reese at Philly Sports PSA. I am Deibs, Mr. Crockpot. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Stay awesome.